This is a video review of an article titled, From the Kitchen to Social Media and Beyond. Chefs Utilize Social Media for Culinary Tourism Inspiration, written by Watson Baldwin. The purpose of this article was to examine how social media influences a chef's destination for culinary tourism. The researcher wanted to expand on previous research that did not examine chefs as culinary tourists or how they use social media as inspirational tools. The researcher wanted to develop a deeper understanding of how chefs utilize social media and how that can be beneficial for stakeholders, residents, community, and the travel industry sector. This was an exploratory qualitative research design utilizing semi-structured interviews. 40 chefs participated that held jobs in different parts of the world. The researcher found that despite their differences, the chefs shared a desire to learn more and educate themselves further in their craft. He identified a wide range of similarities between the chefs and their chosen culinary specialization, such as country of employment, culinary background, and desired cuisines or countries to visit as culinary tourists. Chefs who had more involvement with menu and research development in smaller operations used social media as a culinary tool more often than those who were working with larger quantity food production. The chefs working in large quantity food production mentioned restraints with menu development in the workplace, such as the corporate atmosphere and needs of the customer and clientele. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and online magazines and trade publications were the most popular social media platforms utilized by the chefs. The chefs recognize YouTube as the best medium because they can find videos demonstrating full-length instructions as opposed to shorter clips. Professional organizations were the second most popular groups, as the chefs indicated there is a certain degree of content and professionalism they could relate to. Online blogs were the least popular by the chefs, unless an accredited and well-known chef was running it. Most of the chefs that participated in the study were American or Japanese. However, culturally, Japan is a lot more homogeneous than the United States. Social media usage varies greatly amongst cultural groups. Participants' responses to interviews are reflected by their cultural values. Most of the participants use English mediums of social media. Culinary tourism is not always possible for chefs from different parts of the world due to travel restrictions such as visa requirements. Food choice and eating preferences are strongly influenced by culture. Some limitations of this article include the findings may not be applicable in the future because social media platforms are forever changing and declining in popularity, as we witnessed with MySpace. The study did not consider how the participants' culture influenced the findings. Inadequately controlling for cultural variations can lead to limited generalizability of the findings, incomplete research questions, and incomplete data gathering. As the researcher explains, due to the diverse nationalities of the chefs, a large sample study done in a quantitative approach may yield more commonality and representation of the chefs in the restaurant industry. A global perspective, such as this study, is too large to do all at once and as the first step. Future research can control for cultural variations, which will help increase validity, reliability, and generalizability of the findings. Future studies can also examine the influence or impact of culture on people's responses. Future research can focus on specific countries or subregions that could help lay the framework to examine chefs worldwide. Social media platforms that are not in English would help contribute to future studies. Cross-cultural research ethics highlight the need to modify research methods to the cultural needs of the people being studied.